Otto Graham. I thought he was dead. Cleveland Browns legend Otto Graham with the command. I'm kidding. I know he said Odell. Also, it was a white dude named Odell. That's interesting. How many white dudes do you know named Odell? To tell you the truth, I really don't give a goddamn about your commercials. I had some Pizza Hut pasta, so I'm full and ready to watch cars drive in circles and probably not be able to pass each other much. One of them Wendy's Frosties would be good right now. Had my dinner, now I need something cold and sweet. Or so my brain tells me. Right, Missy O? The Open, traditionally the best race of the weekend. And this track's hot and slick, and there's Hoosier rubber down on it, so I think this could be interesting. And guys are going to drive like assholes. Also, Van Gisbergen, who's been really slow most of the year, is on the pole. So let's see if he can hold them off. Does Clint Boyer hear the words that comes out of his mouth sometimes? I'd say outside. Go to the outside, Shane. Vangisbergen, Hosevar, Gregson, McDowell, Priest, Zane Smith, Justin Haley, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Gibbs, Ty Dillon. That's the top 10. There's 8 more cars behind them. Tough race to call. I'll go with Ryan Priest and Carson Hosevar to race their way in. And I would expect Ty Gibbs to make a charge and have a shot at it. Bubba Wallace will be fast, but I think he's too far back. Those are all the guys I'm watching. What's up, Yuki? I bet you Cody Ware don't race his way in, and I bet you Chad Fincham sure don't. I don't even know why that 66 is here. NASCAR on Fox is streaming that on YouTube. Well, that doesn't surprise me because the race is on FS1, and Wilkesboro should be a special race that more people get to watch. So, I mean, hey, if they want to stream it, good for them. Good for everybody that doesn't have TV. I don't understand Bubba's qualifying woes. That Logitech paint scheme is cool. Like I said, I think Hosevar and Priest will race their way in. Although Priest has pissed a lot of people off, so he might not get a chance to race his way in if somebody takes out some aggression on him. They've been blessed with amazing weather. Remember, last year it rained like fuck for a couple of days before All Star Day. Like the infield was flooded the day before I got there last year. Yo, welcome back, my little one. She just strolls on in here now. You think Gibbs or SPG? I think Bubba's the fan vote winner if he doesn't race his way in. I think, like I said, Hosevar and Priest will race their way in, and then Bubba gets the fan vote. Bubba or Noah, but I'll say Bubba. Last year, Bubba raced his way in, so it went to Noah. Ironic that Bubba will win the fan vote in front of a crowd that fucking despises him, but the fan vote's for everybody across the world, not just the people at the racetrack. So SVG leading this race to me is what makes it interesting because he's not been very good this year. He's gotten better as of late, but it's been a rough year, so I'm not used to having him out front. I don't know if he can hold on. SVG using that clean air. Remember, you just got to finish second. You don't have to win. You just got to finish second. I can tell you the Wilkesboro crowd was the most anti-Bubba crowd I've been in front of, but I guarantee he wins the fan vote. I got to say, once again, 4 laps in, these cars are fucking garbage. Bubba stuck behind Cole Custer. Oh! Did Nemechek send Gregson, or did Gregson just break loose on his own? Nemechek ain't afraid to use that bumper. Oh, Bubba, 3 wide, passing Custer into the inside of Jones now. Got to make up some ground. I think the 42 did move the 4, didn't he? Oh, yeah, he hit him. He drove off the corner and clobbered him. Nemechek's kind of been stuck on the bottom. I mean, Priest has been stuck on the bottom, but he's got a fast car, obviously. You saw the speed Brad's had this weekend. And Priest has been pretty good all season. He's had a strong year. A penalty really fucked his points situation. He got in front of Nemechek there. Gregson was fourth and got shipped back to 10th. top four cars are running identical lap times, so hence why they're single file. I forgot to vote for the All Star race, to tell you the truth. I hate I didn't vote for Bubba, who just passed Noah. Noah's downward spiral continues. Started 14th, he's up to 10th, 12 laps in. That's pretty good. Well, I'd say no tires really didn't work for Briscoe last night in the heat race. Better watch out, Gibbs. Van Gisbergen's checked out. Look at the gap between him and Hocevar. Hocevar's struggling to hold off his teammate for the transfer spot, and McDowell's got to run off a two. McDowell's been solid this year. They don't have all the results to show for how good they've been, but Spire as a whole has made great strides. They got good speed. God, Hocevar really just run him down to the inside there. So this is big. Hocevar, oh, and McDowell and Hocevar hit each other. That's a teammate. And now they've brought the 38 of Zane Smith and Priest right to them, and they're in a transfer spot. Van Gisbergen's on cruise control. The only thing saving them right now is that the 60 got side by side with the 38. These tires are very heat sensitive. They don't wear like we want them to, but they're very heat sensitive. McDowell's in trouble now. Priest just about got there, and McDowell cleared himself. Now Priest is completely on the outside of McDowell for third. Boy, just whoever gets out front, just lead. Van Gisbergen leading like this just shows how fucking ridiculous that is. Whoever gets out front will lead every goddamn lap. I killed a bloater, but I almost blew myself up today. But I killed him. Got to get past that 77. That's a transfer spot, Priest. But the two cars I said would transfer are running second and third. Oh, Priest got really loose there. Loses touch with the 77. You don't have to do shit, Shane. You're in clean air, and you're not. You're only going to catch one lapped car. I'm pretty sure the 66 might get lapped because he's pretty slow. But hell, he might not even get lapped. The advantage of winning the pole. Poles are more important than ever. Did I use a trap mine? Yes. I hurt myself with a trap mine, and then I shot an explosive arrow, but he charged me, so the arrow went off right in my face. I lived though. But yeah, trap mine was part of that issue. And then Jesse tried to get me killed by one of my own trap mines. Miss EO. Get your head scratched. Yeah, the sun going behind the clouds is a odd twist to this, potentially. Hocevar's car is swung really loose now, but can Priest pass him? The car sucks, yes, but Wilkesboro has always been that kind of track where catching somebody's fine, but passing them is even tougher. More than a lot of short tracks, Wilkesboro's always been hard to pass on, and these piece of shit cars don't help. Priest is obviously faster, and he ain't gonna be shy about using the bumper. He don't like Hocevar. Make him pass you on the bottom. Well, how about he just goes in on the bottom and hits you in the left rear and gets you the hell out of the way? He will do that. Priest is being very patient with him right now because it's early. We're not even halfway. It's a 100-lap race, and we're working lap 29. So he's going to be a little patient. And Boyer just said it's a little early. Don't use the fender just yet. The real twist is going to be at the halfway break who pits and who stays out and doesn't make enough of a difference. I don't think SVG needs to push. Hocevar is holding up Priest so much. SVG's got a 3-second lead. I think SVG, if he just stays out front and doesn't burn his shit up and relaxes, he can stay out at the halfway break, keep the lead, and be fine to the end of the race. I think Bubba Wallace should pit and get 4 tires. A lot of them guys further back should pit and get 4 tires at the break. But I think Vangesbergen should stay out and keep the lead, and I know somebody will stay out with him, at least a couple. I would say 4 or 5 cars will stay out, and the other like 10 or 12 will pit. And yeah, Gibbs is making a charge like I said he would. I said Priest and Hocevar and Gibbs will make a charge, and Bubba's fast, but he's going to be too far back for it to probably matter. Dylan said he might come hang out later. I might not be solo for the main event, which will be a separate stream, by the way. Ty Dillon just tried to punt Justin Haley, it looked like. Yep, Ty Dillon is all over the 7. Hey, God, you guys are racing for ninth. Relax. Haley's going to let him go and knock his ass out in turn 1. Here it comes. Here it comes. Haley was nice. Either that or he couldn't get deep in the corner enough. It looked like to me he was letting him go off of 4 just so he could drive into him in the next corner. Aussie boy. EO's right here. She likes you. Look, she squeaked. She said, mew. Mew. Oh, yeah, Gibbs just bump and run Nemechek. He's not a big Nemechek fan. Yeah, Harvick's right. Ethics be damned. I got to move you. Now Ty Gibbs is all Ty Dillon's running the 42 in the wall. Ty Dillon's hitting everybody. Everybody Ty Dillon catches, he hits, and the 34 Gillen's on pit road under green. That's not good. Ow. Todd Gillen pitted under green. There's a lot of beef in this race, and a lot of it's with Hocevar, Priest, Gibbs, or Nemechek, or Gregson, although he's not done a lot of dumb shit since he's been in Cup. It's a interesting group of drivers we have. Truly. That aggression's paying off for Ty Dillon. He's picked up like 2 spots by running over people. Yeah, they said Todd Gillen had a right front tire go flat. By the way, the lap times in the top five are still identical. I ain't opening the window, Ozzy. I don't want EO jumping out the window, so we don't open the window now. Because she'll get curious and she'll pop out the window. And we like having EO here. She might be an inside-outside cat one day like you, but not yet. I think she's a long way off. She just got to learn to trust us. She's starting to trust me. Mm-mm. Tire changer almost got run over. Bubba Wallace passed Justin Haley, so Bubba's gained 5 spots, and we're about 5 laps from halfway. IndyCar's had some crazy wrecks just in qualifying. Anthony can't come hang out today, by the way. I just saw that comment. He has to work. Power steering issue for Gregson. And I can tell on corner entry that thing's not turning. Shane Giz Van Bergen. That's what Clint Boyer just called him. Shane Giz Van Bergen. Shane Giz Bergen Van. Bubba's picking up another spot here. Possibly. Really loose on that inside. I'm assuming that once all the lead lap cars complete lap 50, they'll throw a caution. That's what I'm guessing. Six spots since the start for Bubba. I think 4 cars will stay out, and a couple of guys will take 2 tires. And that'll give Vangusbergen a buffer if he can just get away on that restart and not get run over by the 77 or the 60. Caution's out. Caution's out. I think Wilkesboro can be the best Cup short track because they don't really shift here. Everybody seems to run fourth gear around the entire track. Nobody's really shifted. They're just in fourth gear like we used to be. That's why I see the potential for some great racing here. Stay out. 88, stay out. Shane's asking for 4 tires. There was over a half a second of fall off. He was running like 19 ones and twos, and his best lap was an 18.6. So yeah, now that I think about it, this is a harder decision to make than I thought. There was a half a second of fall off, and that's probably only going to get worse by the end. Because I think they said like 70 to 75 laps, the tires really take a nosedive. They kind of take too long, but they do wear, and there was half a second of fall off. A little more than the trucks yesterday. And fear of that getting worse would probably drag them to pit road. So let's see who has the balls to stay out or take 2 tires, or is just everybody going to pit? Looks like everybody's pitting. 34 taking a wave around. Damn, everybody pitting. Boyer says he wants 2 tires. We'll just put 2 tires on that 23 and that'll grip up that right rear and gain us time on pit road. So let's do it. 2 tires for Bubba. Like I said, try to steal a little bit of track position. I think Gibbs did 2 as well. Hocevar did 2. Vangisbergen's fucked. He took 4. That sucks. Priest took 4, but Hocevar, McDowell, Gibbs, Bubba, Zane Smith, 5 cars took 2 tires. Everybody else took 4. Damn. That's a big change. All right, who's going to punt the 77? Somebody's going to wreck the 77. At what point are they going to do it? I don't think they can waste too much time. The leader just checks out, so you better get him early. I like this post. Well, regardless of how bad this race is probably going to be tonight, let's celebrate that this is the last time we will have to watch NASCAR on Fox coverage in 2025. Unless you're watching trucks, but it's Amazon, TNT, and NBC USA for the rest of the year. I think 2 tires is enough to win if you get checked out. Now, if you're the first car on 2 tires that gets caught by a 4 tire car and you're both in dirty air, you're fucked. But if you're that 2 tire car that checks out, you're probably going to win. That's why this restart here with Hocevar on the outside and McDowell on the bottom is so huge. And then you got Bubba and Gibbs on the second row that took 2. Zane Smith on the third row who took 2. Let's see what Vangisbergen can do. Great launch for Hocevar. Big fucking dive back there from Allmendinger to go 3 wide mid pack. Hocevar's got a nice run off of 2, bringing Ty Gibbs with him. Don't let him get checked out. You know how this is. 41 to go. The 2 Christians battle side by side for second. All you got to do is finish second. All you got to do is finish second. There you go. Gibbs into second. So Hocevar and Gibbs are running 1-2 now. It's It's already getting strung out. I told you 4 tires wouldn't help because the 60 and the 88 ain't going anywhere. The 5 cars took 2 tires are still out for, 3 wide. Well, Vangesbergen and Priest are just going to split him around the bottom and the top. Okay, the 4 tire guys have passed 1 car in about 5 laps. That ain't going to cut it. Not with the 77 growing a lead here in clean air. And see you later, Zane Smith. You're full. Oh, Zane Smith took a swipe at Ty Dillon. And then Ty Dillon tried to run him up into the wall, but just cleared him anyway. Bubba going for third here. Priest is coming, but... Oh! McDowell and Bubba have a little bit of history in All-Star Opens, if you remember, and I think Bubba just remembers because he just drove off into one and used them all up. Lean on him, Bubba. You got to get by him. The 60's coming. Damn, Bubba drove that shit deep. Deep. Cleared the 71, and now the Priest is to the inside of the 71. Damn, Priest is going to fucking make it, I think. He's fast. Oh, boy. Remember when I said Hocevar and Priest would make it? I'm starting to look like I'm going to be a genius here. Priest got up to third. Oh, my God. There's a clusterfuck. Teammates beating the hell out of each other here, the 42 and the 43. They ran an entire lap 3 abreast, but you can't see it because Fox won't zoom the camera out on this 0.4 of a mile racetrack where you can see more than what's going on at the front. Oh! Can't believe they ain't wrecked. Priest on 4 tires versus Gibbs on 2 for second. McDowell is really fading here. Oh, what a slide job from AJ. Vangesbergen has not gone in. Vangesbergen's gone backwards on his 4 tires. Meow, Mr. Aussie. Poor McDowell. Oh, no. McDowell's really slow off of 2. Hey, Vangesbergen gained a spot. Boyer just echoed what I said. You get 2 tires and have the lead. Oh, you're set. But if you're about third on back, you're going to struggle. Priest and Gibbs just ran identical laps, by the way. But I think Priest is slightly faster this lap here. The way he gained on him there. If you're Bubba, don't give up. The 54 and the 60 start dicking around. You'll hawk them down in a hurry. I don't know if he's going to get this one. Oh, and he's crowding the 60 down to the bottom. That really hurt his own corner entry doing that. Here you go. They're side by side for a whole lap. That 23 is going to close in, and Gibbs just doored him. So you got to let him go and try to hit him. He couldn't get there, and the 60's got it. Well, that's the race. Hocevar and Priest, as I said, and I think Bubba gets the fan vote. I could have won some money on this. I should have bet on this, too. You could have bet on this. Could have doubled down tonight because Bell's going to win the All-Star race and get me $100, and I could have won money here because I called this shit. That's that. Unless these guys back here start wrecking. They're all hitting each other, but nobody's wrecking. Aussie. The long, awkward silence from the announcers shows they're thinking what I'm thinking, that it's over, and without a caution, this is just the way it's going to be. Who's got the balls to make a caution? Because you're going to need one. You're going to need a caution, bro. Because where you at is where you at. Oh, McDowell just punted Riley Herbst. No caution. Oh, now they throw it. I knew they were gonna. I knew they were gonna throw that. They weren't gonna let that go. Even though Herbst drove away from it, they were not gonna let that go. NASCAR said yes, caution. They were already being really aggressive. Okay, so coming off a 2, the 35 clears up in front of the 71. Perfectly fine, and then the 71 just says fuck you and takes him out. Put him on the wall. That didn't need to be a caution, but I'm here for it. Yeah, McDowell just did that to try to get a caution. Well, it worked, even though it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have been a caution. It's time for another game of what the fuck is a caution. You can't pit now. Yeah, the back half of the field, Allmendinger, Dillon, Jones, Nemechek, Gregson, McDowell, they're all pitting. I appreciate the truck up there to sweep off all the non-existent debris from Herbst hitting the wall there to justify this caution. That was a fun flag. Remember SRX? That was a fun flag. If I was host of R and Priest, I'd be bitching up a storm right now on the radio. Love that the caution didn't come out till after Herbst had already driven away. Priest just got a choose cone violation. He drove over the choose box. Did you guys see that? They were choosing and Priest drove over the box. Are they going to call that? Did anybody else see that? And they're waving off the restart. They're going to penalize the 60. Oh, God. I told you. The 60 ran over the choose box. I saw it when it happened. No, Clint. He ran over it. He drove straight over it. Black and white. To the back. Oh, my God. They're calling it. That's why they waved off the restart. And Priest is dropping to the rear. Son of a bitch! That's brutal, man. That's fucking brutal. They just did that for Bubba. Bubba's on the front row now, so they penalized him for Bubba. They rigged this for Bubba. Priest is saying you can't see it, and he's right. It's pretty dark. Look at it. Okay, he's got a point. It's kind of hard to see. Can we go back out there and repaint that before the main? That's a bummer. That's why you just need to just go all the way to the bottom. Don't even half-ass it. Like, drive down below that dotted line. Here we go, green flag. Host bar, great launch. It's Gibbs versus Bubba for second. Van Gisbergen making a run, and Bubba clears for second. They rigged that for Bubba. Oh, God. Oh, Vangesbergen on the fresher tires, but gets loose off the corner and can't hold it. What a gift! Oh my God! Here comes Nemechek. He's psychotic. They rigged it for Bubba. They're 3 wide for third behind Bubba. I think he might be in a good spot here. Look at Ty Dillon on them fresh tires. Oh, how the fuck is Nemechek this fast all of a sudden? Oh, Bubba. Bubba's going to get wrecked by the fucking 42. Hell, the 42 might not even need to wreck him. I wish Ryan Priest would just go on a rampage and just plow into everybody. Oh, 42. Good God Almighty, Ty Dillon. 4 wide. 4 wide. Ah! None of these guys can catch back up to fight for the transfer spot. By the way, McDowell and Herbst are going at it again. Oh, and the 42 almost walled Bubba. They almost hit the wall. Hang on, Bubba. Hang on. Hang on, Bubba. 11 laps to go. Nemechek's going to move him. I know it. Oh, Ty Dillon got to the bumper of the 42. Lost the run. He didn't carry a good run off the corner. He was on the bottom. Oh, my God. The 42 and the 23 are just holding everybody up, if we're being honest here. Oh, and Bubba just walled the 43. Bubba walled the shit out of the 43 there. Oh, and he can't hang on the outside of the 42, and Nemechek takes it. Nemechek's in second. That's the transfer spot. Damn, Bubba couldn't hold it. And Ty Dillon on fresh tires is hustling. 9 to go. I think the 43 just sent the 23 because he didn't appreciate getting walled like that. Oh, yeah, he just fucking clobbered Bubba. I mean, that fair play. Bubba walled him off of 4, and the 43 got him back. And he didn't junk him either, so. You hear that? Eric Jones has been coming hard. Now he's going to have to pass his teammate for the transfer. Once again, Hocevar still leading because whoever gets out front is just going to lead every lap. Well, Caden, rules are rules. The 77's so far ahead, the 42's practically in clean air as well, and Jones and Ty Dillon are side by side, lap after lap. Caden, before you got here, I said Hocevar and Priest would make it before the race started, and then Priest runs over the box and makes a fool out of me. 4 to go. Things have calmed down a bit. Everybody's kind of spread out, running very, very similar lap times. Wow, Hocevar and Nemechek, neither of them have ever been in the All-Star race. 3 to go. Out of all the chaos in this race, Hocevar had nothing to do with it. Can you believe that? I was convinced somebody just run his ass out of the way, but they didn't really get the chance. 2 to go. Ozzy Wazzy. They sure do, Clint. 1 to go. Hocevar and Nemechek comfortably running first and second. Hocevar's good on restarts, and he had clean air, so, I mean, fuck it. I was saying stay out or take two tires at the break, and that's what they did. They took two, and they win it. And Nemechek makes the All-Star race. All right, time to see who's mad at each other, because I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people pissed at each other. All right, who won the fan vote? Please tell me Bubba won the fan vote. Oh, who is it? Noah won the fan vote again. Oh, good grief! He won the fan vote again. Really, really? Why does anybody like this dude? Like he's such a fucking tool. I'll never understand why anybody likes this dude. He's a fucking jackass who can't even drive. He's not even good. But I mean, Danica Patrick won some fan votes, so you know what are you gonna do? Hocevar Nemechek, and then Gregson's the fan vote winner for some reason. I'll never understand why, but for some reason. All because we threw a caution for something that shouldn't be a caution. It shook up the whole deal. Priest wasn't wrong. He broke the rules. I mean, a rule's a rule. I can't say he got robbed, but damn. I don't know what people see in Noah Gregson. I really don't. I like what this guy said. Who the fuck votes for Noah Gregson? Like, who? Like, shipbox driver in a shipbox car. So who the fuck even votes for him? There, okay, I'll say he got fucked by the caution because there should have never been a caution, but he hit the choose box. You have to have that rule. It's a rule you have to have because guys say, no, 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 I picked that, I picked the top. But it's like you hit the box, so you really got to have the restart box rule. But yes, he was fucked by the caution that should not have been. Did the 34 brake check the 88, or did the 88 run into the 34 after the race? Oh, Vangersbergen just run him off pit road. Hold on loosely and don't let go. I'm going to see what they do when they come back from commercial, but I'm going to end the stream here in a few minutes, and then I'll come back later for the main event. I don't feel like talking all night. Who the fuck likes Noah Gregson? I mean, are people just stupid? Like, do you people need, like, taste transplants or something? Like, are you just all fucking retarded? If you like Noah Gregson, like, are you stupid? Yippee, you voted a car into the All Star race that doesn't have power steering, so. That race was fun, though. Still don't know who the fuck votes for Noah Gregson. I guess it's just retard Dale Jr. fans that'll just like support anybody that ever drove for him, no matter how much of a dipshit they are. Those were the kind of people that made me ashamed to have to say, yeah, I'm a Dale Jr. fan. When's the main? Sometime after 8. So at least another hour and a half. I would probably say like 8:15, closer to 8:30. But they say 8. I can get a little break in and go play something off stream. I did enjoy that race, but you still can't pass whoever gets the lead after the restart. I'm just sticking around to see if anybody's throwing hands on pit road. I'm giving them all the chances in the world. All right, I'm gonna go take a break. We'll be back after 8 for the actual All Star race. I'm sure it won't be anywhere as good as what we just saw. So, if you have trouble sleeping tonight, tune in later. That race will help you get to sleep. All right.